All right. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. I was about to say it's Wednesday, which means it's a fun fold. It's not Wednesday, but it is a time for a fun fold. So this week, Fun's video is a little bit later than Wednesday, but hey, a fun fold's a fun fold, right? And this may be my last Christmas card of the season. I don't know. We'll see. But if you are watching this, thank you so much for being here with me. I am Jennifer Olea, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I love all things paper crafting fun. Oops. If you see my shirt, is that lit on? It is. Okay. If you see my shirt, I just want to make cards and hang out with my craft supplies and maybe a few other people that love paper crafting fun just as much as me. Okay, so today's fun fold, I'm going to call it easy peasy. I try not to do that too much. Maybe I do. I don't know. It's kind of like my husband. My husband used to say it a lot, so I've kind of adopted it. But the reason for this card is the because I bought this bundle and I wanted to make this one card. And of course, it's going to be like the last card of the season because I've been making a bunch of other stuff. But I wanted to make sure to get it done, this season. So let's make the table bigger and then I will. Let's see. Okay, I think volume is working. I believe I've hit record. Yep. And hopefully we're good to go. Okay. You can find me, J Olea Crafts, on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram a little bit, um, YouTube, obviously. But this is a swap card that I received in the mail. And I was like, I want to make this card, but I switched it up just a little bit. So this is the inspiration for the card. Okay. And this is the card that we are going to be making. Okay, so in my head, it's easy peasy because it's your traditional card base, and then you just fold the front back, and then we're just adding some layers to it. So, but look at this adorable cookie sheet. Can it get any cuter than this? I don't think so. So let's start with our traditional card base, which is 5.5. Yep, I have to measure it every single time by 8.5, scored at 4.25. Okay, so we're going to get the bone folder, get a really nice score. So all we're going to do is fold this guy back. So we're going to fold it. One easy way to do this, easier, is to get your trimmer out and you have that edge, that little curb that would bump this right up to it, but we're going to live on the wild side and just do it freehand today. Okay. Now we have a piece of 4 by 5.25, which is going to be the inside, but of course we're going to do some stuff to it. And then our layers are Crumb Cake, which is, this looks smaller than this one. Oh, it's the same. I got white ink on here, so we're going to flip it over. So this guy, Crumb Cake, is 3 3/4 by 5, and then basic white, which is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And we're going to do some stamping on this basic white layer. So let me show you the steps that we're going to be using today. Homemade treats. It's just adorable. Like truly anything in miniature, I think is just, adorable. So we have this guy right here, which is just kind of like confetti of your different Christmas shapes. And we're going to stamp some of this randomly for the background. So we are using Pool Party. We're going to ink this guy up and just stamp around you also want to turn your stamp or turn your paper so that these guys are not facing all the same way. Sometimes I forget to do that. Okay, I think that's good. Well, once we get the shapes on there, well, I have the shapes right here. We're going to do this. And, oh, I don't have the cookie sheet cut out yet. So maybe we might do something over here like that. And of course, it's always right here on the desk if we need it. Okay, so that's going to go out there. Now, I have the shape cut out. This is, yep, it's real red. And I used the branching out dies, right? Great sentiment labels. And we're going to use white ink. Now, if you've been around this channel, you know that I'm messy with white ink, but we're going to do it. And we're going to stamp it first because it takes us just a second to dry. Okay, it takes longer than a second to dry. So we're going to ink up our stamp set. And if you guys can see that, oh yeah, you can. I re-inked my stamp pad, and so it's pretty juicy. So I'm going to tap, tap, tap. I am also turning my ink pad so that hopefully my stamp gets an even coating of ink. Okay, and I'm going to put it closer to the right edge because I'm going to cut off this here once I put it on my basic white. So we're going to stamp, putting it straight down. We do not want to rock it, but we are going to press. And then we're going to lift straight up. Ooh, gorgeous. Okay. So we're going to put this guy just kind of off to the side here, let it dry. Now we're going to, I took just some scrap basic white and scrap real red. And we are going to stamp our gingerbread, our little miniature gingerbread. We're going to do 2 of those. The great thing about this die set, ooh, I have my white ink pad just wide open. The great thing about this gingerbread die set, or the homemade treat die set, is there's 2 gingerbread men, so you could cut out 2 at a time, which is always nice. Okay, like so. And then we're going to do some tone on tone. So the oven mitt is real red ink on real red cardstock. We're going to tap, tap, tap. And we're going to stamp. No rocking of the block. We're going to lift straight up. Okay. We are also, actually, I'm going to cut this so there's less on the board. We are also going to be cutting out the cookie sheet. Now, the cookie sheet, I just took silver foil and we're going to cut it out. So let's see how we're going to do this here. Move this guy all the way over. Pick this stuff up. Okay. So I have this. Where's my other acrylic plate? There we go. Now, there's our oven mitt, our 2 gingerbread, and then our cookie sheet. So is that going to fit there? Ooh, it is. Nice. Okay. And then we have dies for these. 2 gingerbread. And then I've got some tape that's just sticky tape. Like the one that's underneath here, but oh, another piece. Okay, we're going to line this up like so. Put that tape down, tear a little bit more off. So we can get these gingerbread men. Ooh, lined up. The more warped that your plates get, the more I use sticky tape. So when the plates are fresh, you don't need to use it as much because, but the more I use my plates, the more I feel like I need the sticky tape. I think that should be good there. And then we're going to roll it through. Here we go. It's kind of like a ride. It's the happiest place on earth, right? And away we go. Okay. Let's take all this. Look at it. I mean, come on. It's so cute. Okay. Where's my... Just put these right back on the magnet so they don't get lost. There's this. And I will save this tape and reuse it after, a few times it loses its stickiness, but I will save it and just reuse it. Okay. So there's those. I think it would be so cute to make a tag. Now I'm talking myself into another project. It'd be cute to make a tag for if you're making any kind of sweet treats for your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors, like whoever, right? Okay, where are my pieces? Now, let's start building this card. Will I have enough seal to make this card? We shall see. That's the dilemma. And I actually didn't use dimensionals on any of this card because of this flap right here, this fold. It gets pretty thick. And so if you want to put this guy in the mail, I just kind of refrain from too many dimensional layers. Oops. Okay, I just made a huge mistake. This card is not going. Yep, I had to walk back to my desk because we have to take off this adhesive right here. And so I have these little adhesive removers. They're little gummy guys. And what we might do, oh, you know what? It's going to get covered up. It is going to get covered up, but I don't want it sticky. So we're going to attach it. I'm going to add a little bit more because it's only getting attached on one side. But there we go. Okay, now I am going to put designer series paper on this panel and this panel. So it's going to be okay. So let's go ahead and do that first so that the stickiness doesn't stick to anything that I don't want it to. So I have just leftover pieces. We're going to make do. Let's see. I thought I wrote these measurements down. We're going to do 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. 1 3/4. By 4 3/4. And that's going to be the crumb cake right here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And then I think we're going to do this guy too. So that's going to be, let's just start with 2 and see what happens. A little bit smaller than 2. So let's take a 4th off. Yep, this is how I build cards, guys. And then we're going to do 4 3/4. That's how we roll. Okay. Oh, should have been a little bit bigger. But let's just roll with it. Or, no, I don't really want to roll that. With that, we are going to put this guy in like so. So now that adhesive is all covered up. But I want a piece that's a little bit longer than this. So I should have done 5. And I know that because basic white, right? It's 4 by 5 1/4. So really it should be 5 1/4. Yeah, it should be 5 1/4. Maybe we'll do, no, that's not big enough. Should we do this guy? Yeah, let's do this strip. That'll be cool. Okay. 5 1/4. There we go. I have lots of little bits and pieces that are probably just going to go in the trash can because they're very small. Oh, yeah, like that. Okay, let's add this. You could also do the green side if you wanted. It's whatever side you like. That's the great thing about Designer Series paper. Most of our Designer Series paper at Stampin' Up is 2-sided, so you get to kind of pick. Sometimes that's hard to do. So then you create a card where you don't have to pick, right? Okay, yeah, that's good. We're also going to add this little strip right here because I have it. Oh, the plaid would be kind of cool too. Because now we're doing this crumb cake. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and you know, I feel like a lot this year I've talked about traditional colors, and I am like a very traditional, homey kind of Christmas. That's my vibe. So I have just loved this pack of paper. All right, now we have this. This is going to get attached in here once we're done stamping. See how it all kind of outlines each other like that. But I did forget to cut this guy off. Maybe we won't do that this time. Let's go like this. Maybe we'll stick this guy up there. And we'll stick, oh no. Oh, there it is. I was like, oh, I lost a gingerbread man. Let's see. Let's see, here's the card that I made originally. I really kind of don't like that. I think we are going to slice it off. I'm not going to use my scissors. If it was attached to the card, I would use scissors, but it's a pretty big space for me to get a straight line, so I am going to use my trimmer. And we're going to attach this guy like so. Yep. It's going to be like this. That's how we're going to roll. So whatever kind of glue you like to use, whether it's your Tombow liquid glue, glue dots, that's what you want to use. I love Seal. I find it to be very easy and mess-free for me. Oops, gotta add this guy too. Okay, now this guy can stick over a little bit, right? Because it doesn't, the back of the card base is wider than the front, right? Okay, so there's this. Now, the inside. What did I do for the inside? I know what I did. I pulled out some of these guys. So I have these, what are these called? Greetings for All Mix and Match. It's ephemera pack. There's all sorts of different kind of greetings in there. There's happy birthday, best wishes. There's Easter, Valentine's Day. But of course, you know, we're going to go with Merry Christmas. And then in the Designer Series paper pack, there's all these adorable, cute, pre-printed, just punch out Christmas images. And so we are going to use those. So let's see. What am I going to do? Oh, that's from a different designer series pack. So here's my sample. Now that Merry Christmas, obviously a lot thinner than this guy. Oops. I think, or I don't know. I don't know if I want to waste those candy canes there like that, but there's this candy cane, which will look kind of cute like that. I'll just go there. Like, if you ask me what I want to eat for dinner, most of the times I'll just like, I don't care. But when it comes to card making, it's just paper. It'll work. Now, I want this candy cane a smidge over. I don't want it poking out so much. Okay, perfect. Yep. Did it work? Oh, good thing I have the gummy eraser right here. See, it's all fixable. And if it isn't fixable, it's just paper. We could try again. All right. So here is what I'm calling our easy peasy. It's really a Z fold, is what it is, because it makes a Z. But easy peasy Christmas card. Maybe the last one for the season. Not 100% sure, but we will see. Hopefully, let's see. There you go. Hopefully you guys like this. If you make a card with this Z fold pattern, send it to me. Let me know. On Facebook, I will put a graphic that looks just like the one that you received at the top of the email. And you can post your picture in a comment under that graphic. And that's on Facebook. YouTube won't allow you to post pictures. So that would be a little crazy, right? But over on my YouTube channel, J.O. Leo Crafts, no, on my Facebook channel, J.O. Leo Crafts, you can post pictures in the comments. Or if that doesn't work for you, then you can always just send them to me and I'll post it for you. And that way we get to just inspire each other, share our creativity, and have paper crafting fun, because that's what I'm all about. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas. I don't know if I ever said the date. It's Friday, December 19th, 2025, which means there are 6 days until Christmas. And I hope you have a lovely holiday. I will be back. I don't know when I'll be back. My mom told me the other day, she said, you keep saying that you're going to be back and you know you're not going to be back, like this last week for the live. When you get the email, that's when you need to look me up. This couple next weeks is a little crazy with holidays and some other stuff going on. So I appreciate each of you. Don't forget that. And I will talk to you all soon. Hopefully you have a little bit of time today to have some paper crafting fun. We'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.